All right, and welcome. Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Today we're talking about discipline. How to maintain discipline. Why discipline is important. And how you can find the enjoyment in discipline. That's the tough part. It's a lot of time it's a word that people don't like. People don't like the word discipline. Discipline yourself. You gotta control yourself. You can't indulge in the things you want to do. It sounds boring. Discipline, but it's important. Achieving any kind of success in anything you want to do in your life takes a certain amount of discipline. The more discipline you can show in your life, the more discipline in yourself that you can be, especially in your daily habits, your day-to-day habits, the further you'll get. But it's hard. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be hard. That's why they call it discipline, because it's hard. But discipline can also be very fun. It also can be very enjoyable. When you start to find the enjoyment in discipline. I found the enjoyment in discipline with the ability to be able to control my urges, control impulses, control old unhealthy habits that I used to have. I'll just give it's small silly habits, maybe habits that don't seem very, very important to a lot of people, but something simple, something very simple that everybody has a problem with. I know you have a hard time with it. Everybody does. I have a hard time with it. Is eating. Staying away from junk food. Staying away from the ice cream, the cheeseburgers, the beer, the chips, the soda. It's hard, man. It's hard. And I found myself always developing a really terrible habit. Really awful habit of always accepting any kind of junk food that was being offered to me every single time. And throughout the course of your day, you're getting an opportunity to eat junk food all the time. You're at work, a colleague brings in hey, I brought donuts for everybody. Hey, I brought some croissants for everybody. Oh, great. Here, have a donut. Here, have a piece of pizza. Well, they brought it in. I can't say no to that pizza. I can't say no to that donut. That would be disrespectful. No, you can say no. And once you develop that ability to say no to those kind of things, saying no to the urges that you really, really, really want to give into. Oh, man, I want that donut so bad. But you learn the ability and you enforce your will on that donut, on that pizza, on that beer, to say, no, not today. When you can find it in yourself to say no to those things, that is power. And that makes you feel powerful. And that's where the enjoyment and discipline is fun. And it becomes really enjoyable when you have that kind of control over your mind, over your brain. Sleeping in and getting up early is the same thing. Getting up early is very hard. It's very hard. Oh, the alarm goes off at 5. Oh God, I gotta get up. But the hard part is just the getting up. Once you get up, you go take a piss. You go start the coffee. Once you have that first sip of coffee, well, I'm up now. Yeah. Oh, I just want to give into it. I just want another 10 minutes of my head on the pillow. That's all I want. But you enforce your will on that desire to want to stay in bed, and you just say no, and you just get your ass up, and you go, and then you get up, and you're drinking your coffee, and you're like, man, I'm up. This is great. This is awesome. You start to feel good about yourself. You start to feel that victory and that long-term gratification that you get from showing that discipline when it comes to your food, your workouts, your sleep, whatever. You're just You want to stay away from like scrolling on social media, stuff like that. Once you find the ability to be able to not give in to those things, and the ability to discipline yourself, the long-term gratification that you're going to get from that is so much more enjoyable than the short-term gratification of giving in to those unhealthy impulses and those unhealthy urges. And you can relate this to anything. You can relate this to the food, to sleeping, pornography, social media. It's discipline's hard. It's not made to be easy, and it's not fun. No, it's not fun. But you start to discipline your mind, you start to discipline your brain like that to that degree, and you realize like, I'm so much tougher, I'm so much stronger, I have so much more willpower than I ever thought I have. Because if you're always consistently giving in to those goddamn urges all the time, you're a slave. You're a slave to your bed. You're a slave to that donut. You're a slave to that video game you can't get away from. You're a slave because you can't beat those urges. You can't beat that willpower. You want to be a slave, or you want to feel powerful? Now, the willpower you have is much stronger than the willpower of a donut or sleep or video game. Yeah, you're the human being. You're a lot stronger. And you got to remember that, like social media, video games, junk food, processed sugar foods, alcohol, everything. This is all stuff to make you addicted to it. It's all stuff to make you a slave. It's designed to do that. It's all designed to make you weak and give into it all the time. So you gotta go to war with your brain. You gotta decide like, do I want to give into these unhealthy urges, impulses, or do I want to make these unhealthy impulses my bitch? You decide what you want to do. And once you decide to enforce your will on these urges and impulses and force that discipline on yourself, you'll find it. You're going to start to see the enjoyment out of it. Like, oh man, this is fun. Let's see how far I can go. And on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got value out of this video. Do me a big favor, subscribe, Timeless Personal Growth and Development, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.